Evictions, right? So they came here, they did a special. They came here in Memphis. It was the National Museum of Art. They came to Memphis and did a special. So I just want everybody to see who this affects. I thought it was some great facts and some great points. Tennessee, USA, the minimum wage an hour is $7.25 right now, right? So each week you will have to work 85 hours to afford a modest one bedroom, rent a home at a fair market rent. What does this create, everyone? When you're wondering where crime comes from. If I work 40 hours, trust me, these jobs aren't paying much. And I know people always say, well, go get training and make more money. It's not my fault that you don't make more money. You got to understand that they create jobs. Why are these people even paying someone $7.25 an hour who's trying to make an honest living? That is Afghanistan. The good people in Memphis deserve to be able to pay their rent. So this is just a one bedroom, 85 hours just to pay your rent. Not saying that you likely probably got a car note, you got car insurance, right? Car note, car insurance, rent. And we're not even speaking if they have children. Could be a single mother. So with something, if you have children, you got to get something larger than a one bedroom. See, this is what I talked about on the first episode, episode 1. The vicious cycle, the triangular effect, everything affecting everything. Every one thing leans on another and it keeps it going. Because if I can't afford my rent, so that makes me drive my car without insurance, without probably owe for a ticket, can't afford to pay it, the hell with it, I gotta go to work to pay my rent. I have been there. You making life decisions at the pump. No, I mean, hey, I know people saying no fault of my own, but we gotta keep these things in mind. What are we doing? So we gotta get people trained, get better jobs, get better things going, and be conscious of this when we're judging. So quick to judge. So quick to judge. So what are we leaving people to do? All right, so something else for the community to keep in mind, right? Poor black men are locked up. I love this quote. Poor black women are locked out. Evictions are targeted towards black women. They affect black women more than anybody for several reasons. For several reasons, right? Now, I think people don't know that, in eviction court, if you can't afford an attorney or a lawyer, you're going against a corporation, right? And there's a lot of fraudulent things. Like I said, I've shared it on here. The slum, what do you call it? Slum lords. So many of them I've shared, right? They put these people out. And you're going against a corporation who has representation, has an attorney, $1 million attorneys, whatnot. All right. Here we go. When you are in eviction court, if you don't have representation, you can't get a public defender. They have it written in that a public defender cannot be provided for you in this case. So if you're broke already behind on the rent and they're fraudulently putting you out unlawfully, because these landlords do a lot of foul play to certain people when they know you don't have the money, right? And I'm not saying everybody that's evicted is being done wrong, but everybody that's being evicted isn't always wrong. But maybe you don't have the money to hire an attorney, and you know they already have an attorney on the clock, hour by the hour. So what does that cause people to be wrongfully evicted? It's just something to think about that they came here months ago. They came to Memphis and did this. They did this at the museum. And I don't think many people knew about it. So I had to bring it back up because they wanted to come here. And Memphis is predominantly black and a city that is in poverty. And it's just something to think about. $7.25 an hour. A lot of these jobs aren't paying much more than that. Yeah, eviction is not just a condition of poverty, it is a cause of poverty. Black women are most at risk for eviction. There's a lot of things that we got to think. That's what I'm saying. We got to rebuild the community, rebuild family, because these things that we think that are for us and helping us out ultimately aren't helping us. It's just breaking the families up more and causing. This is the exhibit that they brought up. And I think they're talking about moving companies, how that's also being affected by evictions. And it's just all a big scheme, man. Big money scheme to keep people in the position that they're in. Definitely a result of Afghanistan. I just thought that was Great information. If you make minimum wage in Memphis, who has cost of living in Memphis is lower than most places for the most part, right? 7.25 an hour. You would have to work 85 hours a week. 85 hours a week to pay your rent for one bedroom. Man. Yeah, this is something, bro. And people out here wigging, people wigging out, losing it. Y'all, we in here, we wonder, like, what caused him to lose his mind like that in that way? Eviction, car repossession, lack of income, lack of resources, empty stomach, children with empty stomachs. All of these things cause crime. So what do? We have to get training programs because I know I got many things that I do that make sure that I will never be out of a job. If I need to go to work, I have many things that I do. I have training and skills and things I can do. I can type. That's a lot of things. Studio recording, logistics. I've done everything. So it's just my history of always. I know that. I don't think many people understand that. But most crime, I think with 85 to 95% of crimes are committed first-time offenders. First-time offenders are people 95% of the time out of work. Because you think different when you ain't got no money in your pocket, right? You know, when you got a good fresh lineup, you just feel like a different type person. You know, you may think differently. When people got feeling good about themselves, they're able to pay their bills, able to go about their life, take care of their families, they're usually productive people. When they're not able to, they usually try to become productive. It becomes by any means necessary. And we don't want people feeling like it's them against the world. So we got to make the world that they're living in a better place, change the conditions. And it's up to us. Memphis. Got to get rid of Afghanistan right now.